Have you ever wondered why the things that come effortlessly to you are invisible to others? Why are the abilities that flow naturally from your spirit sometimes dismissed, even by you, as nothing extraordinary? Let me tell you something. It's not usual. The fire inside you, the abilities you dismiss as ordinary, are everything but. They are heavenly instruments given to you to break down obstacles, spark imagination, and transform the world. Look around. Many individuals go through life stuck in routines, heads down and detached from their actual potential. But not you. You were never designed to disappear into the throng. You possess a rare and intense spark that will not wane. Your abilities, voice, and very presence were purposefully created to interrupt mediocrity and awaken greatness. Stop questioning yourself. The abilities you possess are not accidental. They're there for a reason, to disrupt the commonplace and spark change. What you dismissed as usual is everything but. The ease with which you conquer obstacles, the natural manner you handle complexity, these are not coincidental. They are important markers of your own mission. However, we often ignore our excellence because it seems so comfortable. You are not expected to adhere to the norm. Instead, you confront it. Not only are your abilities impressive, but so are your bravery and tenacity. Where others fall and retreat, you persevere, not through pure determination, but because you have an unbreakable core powered by something bigger. Your power is unwavering because it comes from an unlimited source. Some people may never understand how you cope. To others, your perseverance may seem unyielding or even irresponsible, but you know better. You are motivated not just by tenacity, but also by a sense of calling. This hidden energy pulls you through obstacles, pushing you to new heights. That inner push is not a coincidence. It is a heavenly reminder of your soul's destiny. Your journey is not designed to meet conventional expectations. It is not intended to be straightforward or understandable. The scope of your calling mirrors the hands of a creator who works without bounds. Every step into the unknown, every daring action you make, discloses a reality that shatters complacency. Fear may attempt to hold you, and doubt may whisper falsehoods about your value, but you remain steadfast. You ascend above everything because you are linked to something everlasting. Courage is not recklessness, and resolve is not disobedience. They reveal the reason for which you were made. While others may misunderstand your actions, you stay firm. Every stride forward, every act of courage, bears the pulse of a greater purpose. You are not here to just exist. You are here to affect change. When obstacles seem overwhelming, you discover strength that beyond comprehension. It is not something you produce on your own. It is something you have received. And that strength, that unwavering spirit, is a mirror of your divine purpose. You are more than simply another face in the throng. You are a pioneer, poised to break new ground and challenge the current quo. Imagine a farmer spreading seeds on a desolate field. He works in the sun day after day with no promise of a crop. Nonetheless, he persists, certain that his efforts will produce fruit. That's you. You are not simply sowing seeds for today. You are investing in a future that will last beyond your lifetime. Every word of encouragement, every simple act of kindness is like nurturing the ground of hope. While the rest of the world strives for transitory success, you are creating something long-lasting. Your apparently modest gestures, a kind word, a listening ear, or a caring act may seem unimportant in the moment. However, in the broader scheme, they are tremendous. You are establishing a foundation of strength and resilience that will last for generations. When you boost someone up, you are not only generating a brief moment of delight, you are building purposeful bridges that will survive beyond your lifetime. Your choices influence the world around you in ways you may never completely understand. It's as if God is acting through you, moving the immovable and providing new routes where none previously existed. Every modest act of love, every firm decision, is part of a bigger divine puzzle. You may not see the whole image right now, but believe that it is evolving into something wonderful. The world may not appreciate your efforts. There may be no clapping, attention, or honors. But the skies pay attention, and the one who made you observes every step you take. Think about a lighthouse. It makes no noise to demonstrate its greatness. Instead, it stands erect, flashing a beacon for others to follow. You are a light of hope and grace, leading people through life's storms. Your calm strength and unshakable faith mean more than you think. Even if it seems like you're emptying yourself out with no results, keep going, don't give up. Even if the sky seems empty and the earth feels dry, God has perfect timing and His promises never fail. What you're creating is timeless, and the seeds you sow now will produce an abundance beyond measure. When you express love, you mirror the core of God's heart. When you provide hope, you disrupt the cycle of despair. When you remain steadfast in your faith, you create the road for others to follow. Your life exemplifies something greater, a narrative of devotion and purpose that motivates people around you. Every decision you make in accordance with this greater calling contributes to a legacy that will endure. You are not just traveling through life, you are molding it. You are creating a ripple effect of compassion and strength that will last long after you are gone. You may seem insignificant in the moment, but your influence is enormous. Each action has a power that shapes the hidden fabric of the world. You are a builder of lives, not just moments. What you do may seem little, yet its impact is enormous. You are creating the foundation for a future full of optimism, resilience, and purpose. Even when the problems seem overwhelming, remember that you are not devoured by the fire of trials. Instead, it refines and shapes you for a bigger purpose. You are not here to comply or follow the pathways previously blazed by others. You are here to create new ones, to inspire change, and to awaken the potential of people around you. Society may attempt to define you based on its superficial norms, but you go beyond them. Your existence is a testimony to something far larger. Each choice you make, in accordance with your mission, is an expression of your individuality. You are not intended to fade into the everyday fabric of existence. You are meant to rise beyond it. While others are stuck in typical routines, you defy the norm. Your life is pulsing with energy that defies the surface. You may seem ordinary to others, yet inside you is a power capable of moving the invisible. You are more than simply a human confined by earthly life. You are a conduit for something greater. In modest moments of bravery and compassion, you leave an imprint that lasts a lifetime. Your impact redefines what is possible, creating new channels where none previously existed. What you do may seem little, yet its impact rises with each step you take. Do not get weary in doing good, because the harvest will come at the perfect time. Continue to spread seeds of hope and love, just like a farmer who believes in the unknown. Every action and word you utter contributes to the creation of something immortal. Trust that the seeds you spread today will shape a future full of purpose and possibilities. This is your opportunity to stand tall and shine brightly. You are part of something far larger than yourself. Every step you take, every act of love you offer adds to a masterpiece created by the Creator. You are serving a timeless mission. True legacies are not forged in the heat of acclaim or under the limelight. Instead, they are constructed in quiet, invisible settings, when the world is not looking and there is no audience to celebrate. Every decision, every intentional act of bravery and compassion has far-reaching consequences that we cannot completely understand. Even when you feel alone, remember that a bigger presence surrounds you, attracted to the harmony you create by connecting with a higher purpose. What seems insignificant or routine to you has great importance in the big scheme of life. Each deliberate deed becomes timeless when it is imbued with divine meaning. You are not just going through the motions of life. You are creating something extraordinary, a legacy that extends beyond the concrete, visible world. When you're in doubt or your strength fails, it's not only your will that keeps you going. A greater force is acting through you, changing your actions and enhancing your effect. What you are building goes beyond worldly acknowledgement and instant reward. It transcends time, leaving an indelible mark on the people it touches. Your impact is not determined by your possessions or the recognition you get. It is characterized by your readiness to give up your actions, voice, and choices for a cause larger than yourself. This surrender turns you into a change agent, capable of bringing the exceptional into the commonplace. Even if others only see a portion of your path, the larger plan is developing with each step you take. You are a part of a supernatural process that is setting the groundwork for something eternal, something that will persist beyond your lifetime and resound throughout generations. Your mission is neither ordinary nor incidental. You are created with purpose, selected for a mission that goes beyond human comprehension. While you may have times of doubt, when the gravity of your calling appears overwhelming, realize that this path is not solely reliant on your strength. A spiritual energy surges through you, guiding and strengthening you to face the trials ahead. What you contribute to the world is not minor, it is transformational. Your presence, deeds, and faith demolish fear, tear down boundaries, and open up new opportunities for others. You are more than just an encourager or supporter. You are a beacon of light, breaking through the mist of uncertainty and indecision. Your voice, whether it reaches a crowd or a single person, bears weight and resonates with meaning. When the endeavor seems too big, rely on your inner power. The brilliance inside you is a mirror of a spiritual force that sustains you through every challenge. Walk with confidence, knowing that each step you take adds to a masterpiece that will outlast time and earthly comprehension. You were born with an extraordinary mission. This is more than just a proposal or a possibility. It is a summons to the eternal. You are not here to blend in or adapt to social conventions. You were picked to soar above, light up the darkness, and disrupt the status quo. Your identity is not ephemeral or temporary. It is an enduring reality woven into your very being by the Creator Himself. Each action, each word you say, has the potential to inspire, change, and create. Even when you feel the weight of hardship crushing down on you, remember that your strength is more than your human potential. A higher force empowers you, allowing you to persevere and prosper in the face of adversity. Your impact is not limited by the restrictions of this planet. It goes far beyond what you can see, influencing lives and changing fates in ways you may never completely comprehend. Romans 12 encourages us not to conform to the patterns of this world, but to be changed by the renewal of our minds. Consider a potter molding clay on a wheel. At first glance, the clay seems formless, swirling without direction. However, when the potter applies pressure, gently in certain spots, forcefully in others, a masterpiece emerges. The clay does not resist. It relies on the hands that shape it. Similarly, heavenly hands develop you into something meaningful, beautiful, and everlasting. Every breath you take is an expression of this fact. The world may attempt to define you based on its narrow knowledge or confine you to its expectations, but your calling breaks every chain of compliance. You are designed for more than a life of ease and mediocrity. The route marked out for you is one of change and growth. A journey that will need bravery, faith, and trust. This transition is not discretionary. It is necessary. It unleashes the entire potential of what has been put within you, unveiling the amazing inside. Your mind is a breeding place for heavenly seeds of insight, vision, and clarity. As God works inside you, old patterns of doubt and restriction break down. The ideas that formerly held you back, the falsehoods that told you you weren't enough, have been replaced with truths that reveal your value and potential. This is more than a mental change. It is also a visual transformation. Where others see hurdles, you'll see possibilities. Where there is confusion, you will discover clarity. You are not only existing, you are contributing to the construction of something everlasting. Your life demonstrates the strength and loyalty of the Creator. Each decision you make, each act of generosity or bravery, adds to a tale far bigger than yourself. Though the earth may not always acknowledge your efforts, they are seen and honored in the spiritual realm. Your mission, like a lighthouse standing tall in a storm, is to shine brilliantly, leading people through the darkness, rather than to generate noise. Even if progress seems sluggish or elusive, believe in the timing of the one who called you. Every seed you plant, every act of love and faith, has a purpose beyond your understanding. You are creating a legacy for eternity, not for short-term recognition. Your existence is a mirror of divine grace, an eternal light. Remember that this trip is about more than just you. It's about the lives you change, the hope you instill, and the faith you ignite in others. Continue pushing ahead, keep planting, keep building. The seeds you plant now will produce a harvest that will last until eternity. What you are producing is a masterpiece in the Creator's hands, defying worldly limitations and shining with everlasting brightness. You are not just traveling through life, you are molding it. Every step, every word, and every act of love serves an eternal purpose. This is your opportunity to shine. Trust in the one who is guiding you and let your light shine. For what you're creating is not just amazing, but also timeless. You are marching with clarity, led by a wisdom beyond human comprehension. This trip you are on is considerably more than you can now realize. Just like a sculptor patiently chisels away at marble to unveil the masterpiece inside, God is at work in your life, polishing you and eliminating everything that does not fit into His perfect purpose. The process is not without difficulties. Change seldom occurs without difficulty. However, every hardship and difficulty you face shapes you into the person you were always meant to be. This road of change is about more than just you. Its relevance extends well beyond your own existence. Your progress becomes a source of hope and inspiration for others, a living example of what is possible when one totally surrenders to God's purpose. Imagine yourself as a lighthouse in the middle of a violent storm. The waves smash, the winds scream, and the world seems chaotic. Nonetheless, your light remains steady, unwavering, and unchanging, leading people safely to the beaches of faith, truth, and purpose. That is your job in this world, to be strong in the face of uncertainty. Your faith and willingness to enable God to change your mind and soul help more than just you. The metamorphosis inside you is a blinding light, illuminating the pathways of people around you. Don't settle for mediocrity or the usual. You are called to something amazing and everlasting. Accept the job God is doing in you. Allow Him to shape you, refresh your intellect, and polish your soul, because what He is sculpting in you is for eternity, not just this time. And here's an astounding truth. The same force that resurrected Christ from the grave lives and works inside you. This is not a metaphor, it's a reality. You are endowed with heavenly power and a mission that no earthly force can defeat. Step confidently into your calling, knowing that the Creator of the universe is leading, molding, and empowering you. It is time for you to rise. This is more than just a subtle adjustment in your life. It is a deep reawakening. As the old fades away, you get a fresh insight and perspective. You start seeing possibilities where others perceive hurdles, and you hear truths that are often drowned out by the cacophony of the world. Each action you take is deliberate, driven by a purpose beyond human understanding. As your thinking connects with this greater calling, you walk with precision and power, cutting through life's mess. Others may not completely comprehend the transition you are going through, but that is to be anticipated. Your path is unique and does not need the approval or affirmation of others. You are being elevated, not for your own glory, but to bring light into areas where darkness has ruled for far too long. Your presence cannot be ignored. It demands attention, not for anything you have done on your own, but for the divine purpose that emanates from inside you. You are not supposed to fade into the backdrop. Your calling is much too bright to be disregarded. You are more than just a participant in this world. You are a force for change, leaving a legacy that reflects the brilliance of God's work through you. The qualities and talents that have been bestowed upon you are not to be hidden or repressed. They blaze with an intensity intended to dispel obscurity and light a road ahead. What exists inside you is not ordinary. It is a magnificent statement of purpose, a brightness that cannot be contained. Your effect reaches far beyond what you can see, to areas you may never physically enter. Attempts to limit or reduce your effect will fail in the face of the enormity of your calling. You are not just a dim glimmer in the darkness. You are a pillar of light, standing firm against the powers of fear and doubt. The light within you is not fragile. It is a permanent representation of the force that created you, a strength that will not be restrained. This light is not only for you, it is for the whole globe. It spreads outward, providing clarity to those who have lost their path and hope to others who are drifting. You are a guide, a brilliant presence who creates roads of possibilities where none seemed to exist before. This is not by coincidence, it is intentional. You have been put exactly where your abilities can bring about change. Your existence demonstrates the limitless possibilities that God has weaved into your being. It serves as a reminder that the remarkable is your birthright. According to Scripture, everything is done with confidence will provide abundant results. Every position you take, like the giant oak tree, with deeply rooted truth, is supported by God's unshakable strength. Each stride forward is an act of confidence, a statement of His promises. The route ahead will not always be pleasant or familiar. It will challenge you past your limits, forcing you to develop in ways you don't completely understand. But you were not designed for comfort. You were created to carry the tremendous weight of a higher mission. Fear and hesitancy have no place in your heart. When the call comes, go with bravery, knowing that each step is divinely led. Every hardship you experience is a crucible that prepares you for what comes ahead. The voices of doubt may murmur in your ear, but they have no ability to overturn the truth that has already been pronounced over your life. Even if the path ahead seems murky, believe that each step you take is part of a broader plan. This is a time for unflinching confidence, to overcome doubt and boldly pursue your vocation. You are not only equipped, you are empowered. The power you need has already been instilled in you by a force larger than the world can fathom. Your path is a tale of perseverance and divine intervention, one that inspires and changes. Share your experiences as living testaments to the power of faith and surrender, rather than as distant recollections. Your narrative is more than just yours. It shines a beacon for others to follow. With every word you say and every action you perform, you bring light into places that are clouded by uncertainty. Your genius is apparent, and others will be inspired by your example to pursue their own destiny. This is your chance to lead, inspire, and make the most of what has been given to you. You are not merely strolling through life. You are influencing it and leaving a legacy that will last throughout eternity. The route ahead of you is not ordinary. It is divine, and you must travel bravely,